All right, so I ran out of storage on my phone, which is funny. So I had to go inside and go in my room. And now that I know I can talk, like I was saying, Jesus Christ is the best player in the game. How is he the best player in the game? Because he was willing to go through a lot to get people to remember him. Okay? Had to go through the worst of the worst for people to remember him. And people didn't need to see it. They just had to believe it because nobody is alive that's seen it. If there are people alive, of course, they come from other places. But what I was going to say is, and then that's a whole nother thing about words. He left words, okay? This is what's happening. He did his thing. People remember him by doing his thing, okay? And the words that he left behind prove the kind of existence we live in, because those words are so sacred that people are living right now to continue to talk about him, about the words that he's left for people. Now, I don't know how much space is on this iPhone, but hopefully it's enough to make another video. But what I was going to say is, being that he left the kind of words that he left about himself, and then saying that I'm going to come back, I'll be back. Okay, and then on top of that, talking about all this stuff that relates to Jesus. So he's so alive that he's even right now in those that are leaving things about him. Okay, if for example I make a movie about a book, that means that Jesus is still at work. Okay, still doing things to make people, not even so much as make people, but he's done so much that he's allowed people to see how real he is, and then people end up talking about him because of what he did in the past. Now, this is just to say one life. You learn so much about all of what Jesus is when you understand all of what Jesus is. Funny because he won't be able to hear me. But when you talk about all of what Jesus is, and then you realize all of what everyone else is, and then you think about who Jesus left himself to be as an autobiography of who he is and what he's going to do or what he's doing now. Bro, there are so much places I can go. So much places I can go. Anyways, being that that's the case, you go outside and you meet someone that's talking about Jesus. We're living in the world of Jesus. So people have to understand that Jesus is alive, walking with us to witness all the things that we're witnessing about him. Because he's not in some non-physical place, okay? If you understand what Jesus is, I'm trying to point out the fact that the spirit has to be expressing in a body because he's the one that's witnessing the things that are happening in this dimension. So people are thinking, this is what people think. People think Jesus is a spirit walking around and they just might encounter something that isn't really physically there. So that's what they believe Jesus is. But when you realize, even if you believe that was the case, and then you remembered what Jesus did, you should believe that he's going to express himself in people, okay? Now, when someone comes around and be like, oh, I am Jesus, if you know the person enough and God's put the person in your perspective, and then you know little about the person, but you assume that this person isn't telling the truth because you don't know much, and you don't read the Bible, and you don't know anything about what Jesus is or what the spirit of Jesus is, being an expression of everything and then expressing himself in a body again. What makes it so difficult for him to express himself inside of a physical body again? If he's already played the first the best player in the game. He is already the best player in the game. He can live in a body. He can come down in a physical body and live in the body and then die and then have people talk about him of why he died. This is the understanding that you have to have, that this being is expressing itself in a body so that it can see what it is, what it did. I'm even speaking in different perspectives. Oh my goodness. I just went to a whole nother view. I don't even know. Can y'all understand what's happening right now? If Jesus is this thing that everyone believes him to be, but then people don't realize that he's so much more because they believe that thing of what he is, of the fact that he can express itself in a body, live, die, and then have people talk about him, about how much he's expressed love. And then he's up. It's like there's so many things to this. He's, let's say, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and then when you understand what the Spirit is, then you realize that he's essentially the thing that's everything, expressing itself in a different body to be a different character in the game. So everyone has these different characters that they think are the top player in the game, and then they grow up to want to give glory to that person, to that spirit that they think is the best player in the game that we're talking about, life. But when you realize how much is left about a spirit and how much people talk about that spirit, you realize that that spirit is guiding those people, because that spirit is guiding those people to keep people remembering its name. So Jesus has all these people, the most people talking about him. It doesn't matter what religion there is, there's always someone talking about Jesus, okay? And because there's someone always talking about Jesus, this spirit is why are we even living like he's not alive? Why are we living like he's not here right now? It's almost like we're waiting to feel like we done something wrong, but we was punished. And if we are punished, God's going to come and save us. But you forget that the best player in the game is living with you, watching you, witnessing you, not realize that he's alive right now. It's almost like everyone's waiting to see something magical from a spirit that isn't in a physical body. Why would Jesus not be in a physical body, witnessing you all, think that he's not in a physical body as if he wasn't in a physical body before? If Jesus is as real as we think he is, and we just think Jesus is going to come back and just know us all, right? And he won't be in a physical body, but if I did good, people think if I did good, if you did good, we'll go to heaven. Y'all can't even live with the idea of thinking Jesus is alive with you now. It's almost like you have to wait for him to come back out of a physical body so that he can say, you won't have that physical body anymore. Don't worry about it. It's like now you'll just be light. You'll either feel it in a no physical kind of pain way, or you'll feel like you're just so happy. Oh, I get to live with Jesus. As if you were wanting him to live on earth with you. Like you want to go to heaven and be like, thank you, Jesus, for bringing me to heaven, and then want to live with Jesus, but you didn't even want to be on earth and think, oh my goodness, Jesus is here. Let me learn how to live with Jesus here on earth. People don't want to learn that. People just want to go somewhere And someone's going to be like, I know everything about you. Yeah, welcome to heaven. You're going to love it here. You're going to be here forever. Don't worry about a thing. And then you're going to learn about Jesus in heaven. You're going to learn more. That's when you want to go learn about Jesus, is when you're actually in heaven. And I'm like, oh yeah, Jesus, tell me about all this stuff that's in the Bible. Imagine I'm in heaven. Yeah, I didn't read the Bible, but I just thought I was going to be here, and I'm going to read it while I'm here. And, we can talk more about it, and, it's going to be so fun. And then act like you're just going to know Jesus, like you're just going to realize that he is who he says he is because you see all of it, but you don't know. You just see it. You don't even know what you're seeing. Like, oh my goodness. If you want to live in heaven with Jesus, you have to learn to live in heaven now. You have to learn that Jesus has to be somewhere here right now. And then it's so crazy because we're just talking about one planet. And this person, this spirit, has realized in us all that he is in us all. No matter where you are, he's in us. No matter where you are, Jesus is in all of us. And these are the words that he left people to realize. Okay, when you read the Bible enough, you'll realize how important this player is. Because if you put all your faith in this player like he was Steph Curry, you put all your faith that he's going to make that three-pointer, all your faith he's going to make that half-court shot, you'll be betting on Jesus, okay? And it would be okay because Steph Curry has people bet on him, right? He doesn't care. He knows he's going to make it, So if that's the case, why isn't everyone putting all of their faith in Jesus? Like, I don't need to know jack squat about living this life except Jesus is everything, and I need to know that I want to live in heaven with Jesus despite anything I go through. Imagine you go to heaven and you didn't go through anything. You're just in heaven. What y'all gonna talk about? On top of that, I highly doubt, look, this is so funny. I highly doubt there's people out there that don't know anything about, did I say that right? Man, I was just thinking about other things right now. There's people out here that don't realize how close you got to get to God to realize that God, Jesus Christ, is living in a body right now. And he's going to be in a body watching y'all, realizing how y'all acting. Because in real time, that's what I'm doing. And then knowing all of what's going to happen because of how much faith I have in Jesus. It's like, bro, I was here. I'm right here. I'm right here watching y'all. Knowing that I'm watching y'all. This is so funny. Oh my goodness, I'm just making videos to show y'all, There might be a couple, less than 100 people right now that'll actually watch this video, but people don't know, oh my goodness, why haven't I been doing this? Bro, I can be like, bro, yeah, there's only, I probably see like 100, less than 100 people watch a video of mine. And then I end up walking to the world because, I have so much want to listen to everyone and so much want to talk to everyone. But I'm witnessing right now in this moment in time that I got to go back and be like, yo, y'all see this? And we can just talk about all the videos I made because y'all thought I was in some kind of non-physical body right now, and I'm not going to like poof appear in a body when I want to appear in a body. Knowing that I want to be in this body right now is very important because that means that everyone's on the clock right now. So being that everyone's on the clock right now, y'all should do y'all really, really best to give all your thanks to Jesus, okay? Everything right now, the more you do that, the more stuff's just gonna rain on you. Whatever needs to rain on you will rain on you because of how much faith you have in Jesus. The faith, the fact that this spirit has to be somewhere. Somewhere. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he's probably going to come tomorrow. He'll probably come next week. And just continue to probably believe. But not think, you know what, he might be somewhere. He's probably somewhere here in a body. And if he's somewhere here in a body going through the same stuff that I'm going through, then all praise be to him, because I know I'm about to get through this. Especially how much faith I have in him. Oh, Jesus is in a body somewhere. That means that if you believe in him, nothing can take you down. You'll live forever. It says it in the Bible. Do people read the Bible? Who can tell you? And if people don't read the Bible, when they realize that, dang, he is all the things that he is, who he said he is, and even more, and now I got to read the Bible. Who's going to do that? People are going to realize, oh my goodness, I'm going to all these different places right now. There are so many different dimensions in your mind. Okay? There's so many places you can go in your mind. And all people see is this physical body. Like we're not spirits going anywhere we want just by thinking, creating all this stuff. Because we just see the physical stuff. And that's probably a genetic trait where we just want to pay attention to the physical thing. Knowing that we're this thing that's multidimensional. I don't even know if this the message is saying that I'm probably running out of storage. Damn, bro. Anyways. Okay. Anyways. What I'm trying to say is people need to get closer to that idea, okay? And if I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but I know I'm gonna have to say it. And then here sitting thinking that I'm talking to everyone I know I'm gonna say, but I'm not saying it right now. That we're talking about back then. It's 6:58 right now. We're talking about back then, and I'm not talking about the date either. I'm talking about the time. Oh, that's funny. It wouldn't be no 6:58 date. But anyways, what I'm saying is, bro, people are going to realize that, oh, I just went back in time and just showed y'all a video. Like, look, I was here. I knew where I was going, and I knew nobody was going to believe me. So that's just part of the gig. And knowing that I want to be the best player in the game, being the best player in the game right now is causing you all to do what you're doing, because that's part of the best player's biography, right? And then knowing that that's the best player, everyone has to realize that they're a player, and they have to be the best player, at least be close to the best player. Of course, you can't be the best player. There's only one best player, and that's why it was so important for him to leave those kind of words, because there's all these pagan gods, and they all talk about different gods, okay? But the one book that's talking about only one God, think about even those words, where they come from, how they come from the top. The highest spirit over this world made it so that people remember his book about one spirit that did it by himself with the help of the Heavenly Father. And he's the only one that is of the Heavenly Father and is the Heavenly Father. There's so many other things about that. Oh my goodness. So, man. Anyways, this is a game, okay? And the best player of the game left a book that said, I'm the best player in the game. That's basically what happened, okay? And everyone should want to know that this game is still playing right now. Okay? And you can't be the best player in the game. Jesus can only be the best player in the game, because that's the kind of words he left. Who do you think is going to leave any other kind of words that are better than those? He said, I am the beginning and I am the end, the Alpha and the Omega. And everything begins with me, everything ends with me. Are there any other people that say that left books that say that I'm the best player in the game? They all talk about other gods. So think about this dimension where you have people saying in this group, there's spirits in this group that are saying, I'm a god, I'm a god, I'm a god. They're all singing in that kind of society. Then you have another society here where it says, oh, let's just say this. I was going to do it in a different order, but this person says, this group says, the guy next to us, he's not God. He's just a prophet. Someone else is going to come and be God. Okay, this group right here, the Muslims, they say that. This is just another book, okay, another society. But think about this book, how this God left these words. The guy over there isn't who he says he is, but somebody else is going to come and show you all that guy, wasn't him. And then they're going to realize that, damn, it's like, and when you think about that kind of God, and then you think about the God that said, I did this, you all did this to me when I said I was this, and I did all of this for you all, and still you all wanted to kill me. And he's talking about people like his time, okay? And that's the same thing this is why this player is the best player in the game, because he's saying, I'm a God of humility. I'm a God. You all know what he says, yo. If you don't, go read the Bible. There's different words, and then on top of that, I'm on a totally different level. I'm lowering my language of to talk just so you all can understand, like, this stuff. Bro, this stuff goes high, yo, high. And there's different dimensions. And people are still working on this simple dimension of, one day he's going to come. And then one day we'll realize what we are. Because we didn't want to realize our connection to him because we didn't want to read the Bible. We didn't want to know what kind of words this spirit left and said, I did all of this for you. I love you still because I know who I'm connected to. And he said that. He left words that will live in people forever that say that. He didn't leave words that people think in their hearts, that guy who said he isn't who he says he is. Oh, that guy isn't who he says he is. That's what that kind of spirit is leaving the book to say. So think about the people that are choosing the different societies. I want to live to believe that there's a God out there that said, this guy isn't who he says he is, but he's going to come soon. While this guy says, I did this. I died for you. I love you. I know you were going to betray me. I know you didn't care about me. But I left all of this for you so that you can live to see what I did for you. I'm going to leave these words about you for you so that you can remember who you are, what you are. And then when you realize that, you'll realize that we're living in this game because I'm the best player in the game. And if Jesus is the best player in the game, you live to understand how important Jesus is, especially by reading the Bible. But then on top of that, realizing that you can be one of the best players too. Okay? But you obviously understand that when I mean one of the best players, I mean that you're going to be a part of the group that is the team. Okay? That's the team. Okay? Just like how there's Superman and there can't be any other Superman, but Superman is still in the Justice League. Think about it like that. Okay? Nobody's taking out Superman. Which is why, I mean, this is why because I believe, Superman is a perspective of another Jesus, okay? Everyone to me that really did their stuff, they believed in something in themselves, and despite not knowing the real thing, Jesus is the one that's living, watching, and looking at all the people try to express themselves as spirit, all the kind of energies that are expressing themselves as some form of what the character, when you are what the kind of top player you want to be. You want to be in Justice League. You want to be whoever these other superheroes are, okay? Because on top of that game that we're talking about, my goodness, if I can make this, that game that we're talking about characters that can do things that, no other characters can do, because that's how you be the best at the game. So when you have that much belief in it, then you realize, okay, people can do all this stuff. They can move stuff with their hands, and that's just practice level stuff. But when people get really good at it, they become the best at it. And then people don't think, oh, this isn't a part of the thing that Jesus is going to be a part of. It's almost like you think Jesus is going to make someone appear like a superhero, but be better than Jesus. You think that Jesus, the people that are appearing as superheroes or villains, are part of the fact that Jesus is the one that's essentially the thing that allows us all to be what it is, because the best player in the game says you exist and just know you're going to live in heaven with me. So be the best at what you want to be. Okay? And people, I wanted to bring this up because to be the best player in the game, or one of the best players, you have to know that you have to go through a lot. Okay? Because that's what the best player in the game did. He went through a lot. He had a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of tears. This is what the best player in the game had to go through. So if you want to be any kind of the best player in the game and then have faith in Jesus, why would you not expect to go through some kind of pain? Right? Why would you not expect to go through some kind of pain? Because you said you wanted to be the best player in the game. Okay? Jesus is the best player in the game. Anyways, just like how Neo is another perspective of Jesus. That's a good analogy to bring up. How Neo in the Matrix. Do you think Jesus is gonna be in someone's body and be like, I'm not that cool, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make someone think of someone cooler than me? Jesus is gonna be in a body, expressing himself in the body that wants to express how much love it has for the being that is the best player in the game, which is why you have the character based on Neo, where he's the best player in the game in the Matrix. Obviously, everyone should know by now that that is a obvious connection to a relationship to Jesus. Okay, Neo is Jesus. Everyone understands this. So people need to realize, okay, we're in the physical thing. Do people think that, Jesus isn't in a physical body, but he's gonna come as spirit and he's gonna watch the Matrix with us? Bro, he's obviously watched the Matrix, right? You think that he's in a non-physical body and he watched the Matrix, and then one day you're gonna meet him and you're gonna be like, yo, have you ever seen the Matrix before? You wanna go watch it? Like, and oh my goodness, bro, it's wild, bro. Anyways, Jesus is the best player in the game. He is Neo, okay? There is no other Neo, okay? There's only one Neo. And he left a book that said, I'm the one Neo. That's what he did, bro. And now he's watching people show love to him. And all those people are going to become the best at what they do and get what they want, because they know what they are inside, and they know the connection to that thing that is the best player in the game. Oh my goodness, bro. Anyways, what I even bring this up for? Okay, having to deal with going through things, through hardships in life, is only going to make you the best player in the game. So what I want to say is, expect, this is just another video. I'm going to go back in time and be like, yo, I'm just going to leave this video with y'all. Well, I doubt any, boom, there it goes. Thinking about how I'm going to be talking to the world. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to the world like that one day is gonna come. Like I said, it's like less than 50 people watch this video. That one day is gonna come where I'm gonna be like, yo, hey everybody. I just wanted to say I just got here. Y'all wanna watch some videos with me? Or y'all wanna hear me talk? I mean, I said a lot. I've been here for a while now. It's not like I just got here. I've been here. I've been growing up. I've been watching you all, witnessing you all at the same time, living, realizing that y'all think y'all gonna live with Jesus, but y'all can't even live with him now. Y'all can't even believe that he's in a physical body now. So that's crazy, bro. So anyways, I'm just gonna go back in time and be like, yo, here's this video. I left this for you, you know? This is probably a couple years old. Oh yeah, this video is really old, man. I've said a lot. I've graduated so many levels. I mean, y'all really want to get to know, understand what's going on? Y'all got to go back and watch this video. People are going to be like, this video only has 50 views. This person's known throughout the whole world. You're saying that this video was on YouTube for years and nobody watched it, but he's been here this whole time. And now that he's been here, he's left all this stuff to show you all how he became who he is and why he is what he is, why he's here. And then people are gonna be, oh my goodness, I've been living on earth with Jesus and I didn't even know. Bruh, I've been here talking about it this whole time. Nobody believes me. I'm inside of a physical body. Oh my goodness. You telling me you've been in a physical body this whole time? Bruh, you know how many people, like everyone will be the same. If I go around talking about, oh, I'm Jesus Christ, people will be like, oh my goodness, boy, this boy crazy. And then, you know, years later, oh my goodness, that boy wasn't crazy. He was Jesus Christ. It's like, yeah, bro, that's it. That's what I expect being the best player in the game. Okay? People need to realize, bro, these words bring you to different dimensions, okay? That's why it's so important, because we're talking about where God is the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. Bro, and then that's the thing, bro. You set yourself up. You have like a Mel Gibson talking about your life before you came in a physical body on some kind of, Bible movie documentary. Oh, yeah, back in the day, God didn't go in a body. He was waiting to go in a body. But before he went in a body, he made a long story about his life before he went in a body. And then he made another half of the book. And the book is now about the fact that he is now in a body again. And being that he's in the body again, and then having to go through what he had to go through, and then leaving the words about why he was in a body and why he had to go through what he'd go through, then thousands of years later they're talking about him. Yeah, and this person is the living God. Oh, what do you mean by living? He's not in a physical body, but he's living. What does that, what are you talking about? He's living. Oh, he's living all the time, every time, everywhere, all the time. Yeah. Okay, so you're telling me that he's not in a physical body. No, he can't be in a physical body. Then that would mean that I'm living with him. And if I don't want to live with him, because I'd want to live with him in heaven, and then I'd get to know Jesus, or then we'd talk and he'd just know me, because he'd know what I'd go through, what I would go through, what I had to go through. But it's like, you didn't even want to know what I had to go through being on earth. Like, would you believe me? Oh, did you know? Yeah, I mean, I just got to heaven, hey, I met a couple people I met on earth, talked to them a little bit. Yeah, and come to find out, the guy that I grew up with, he was Jesus. Oh my goodness, how did you not know? I didn't think that, that would be the case, because I was thinking that I was gonna go to heaven and be like, oh, this is Jesus. Oh, nice to meet you, Jesus. Can you tell me more about yourself? About, oh, I mean, I know that you did a lot. I know that you died on a cross. Um, did you want to show me? Because, I didn't see it. I didn't read the book that you left me to read, so that I wouldn't have to talk about it, or I wouldn't have to, make you, remind you of the trauma you had to go through. So I just wanted to see if now would be a good time for you to talk to me more about what you did, and what, why everything was the way it was. Why did you do that to me? And other than that, I appreciate you for bringing me here, and I'd hope we talk more in the future. And I'm just gonna love it here, because, and then it's almost like people probably almost think like, going to heaven is just like a day, like you'll just be in heaven and it'll just feel like forever, but it was like a day, and they don't really realize it, bro. How much do you want to learn? Okay, y'all don't see all this stuff that's in the physical body, and as much as you want to learn is this little part of heaven is somewhere in the clouds with a bunch of angels, and then we'll just be living there happily, eating in the Garden of Eden. And then, that's just it. That's just heaven. Bro, heaven would be living forever, learning about things that you can take all of your sweet time in the world to learn, because there's so many things to learn. So do people want to learn about things in heaven? They don't want to learn about things in heaven with all the time that they'll be in heaven. And if you do want to learn things about heaven, wouldn't you want to be here learning about things in heaven too? Because you obviously don't learn about things in heaven because you don't know all of what's heaven, all of what consists of heaven. Oh my goodness, I'm probably going to name this video something with chosen ones in it, because this whole thing about chosen ones, people want to be chosen. Bro, what do you mean, bro? Like, what do you really mean? Because if you want to be chosen, that means you want to be one of the best players in the game. And if you want to be one of the best players in the game, you're going to have to want to expect to have to go through some stuff. And then on top of that, you're going to have to want to realize that you had to go through some stuff. And if you went through some stuff, then you realize, damn, I went through some stuff. I have to be one of the best players in the game, right? Apart from Jesus, or right next to Jesus, everybody should want to be on the side of Jesus, okay? Because you on a team with Steph Curry, okay? This is the kind of lingo you have to expect Jesus to talk about, because I'm here with y'all, watching, talking. What's up, Steph Curry? That's my boy probably right by now. You know what I mean? And then I'm talking about into the future, bro. It's so crazy, bro. This is why everything is so important that people read, bro. Especially read an old book, or read something that's really about what you have belief in, okay? And then grow to learn more about all of that stuff. That way you can finally live with some knowledge from heaven, okay? Because it was words that are brought here for us to get prepared for, to expect, to experience. Do people just think all the things are just going to be non-physical experiences in some kind of light world where we can't really do much except, look at things? We won't be feeling anything, we're just going to, just live basic lives, just as basic as we live life on earth. And people want to think basically. They don't want to think supernaturally, right? Because then that would require them to have faith in the thing that they have so much faith for, or the thing that they think they want to have faith in, not knowing what the thing is. Oh my goodness, bruh. There's so many levels to this game that we're playing, okay? And there's a lot of things that people can't see. But what's important is the kind of words people leave. I heard someone talk about, oh, I'm not even going to say what she said. Anyways, I work at a gas station, bro. So, I could basically tell you, I was in a gas station. I'm 4 months on my bed, and I was sweeping the floor, and somebody dropped a blunt on the floor, and I'm thinking like, oh, it's just a Dutch. I'm just gonna sweep it up, and then, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, somebody just gonna drop one Dutch? So then I picked it out of the little sweeper thing, and then realized, damn, oh, this is a blunt. Oh, shoot. So then I smoke, and I'm like, bro, oh my goodness, let me look at where I am. Oh, because of what I had to go through. Oh my goodness, and that's all I gotta do is leave words like this so that y'all have a general idea of what I go through. But these are words that are gonna live forever because people, everyone, all everywhere is gonna hear these words, even if they don't hear them now. And then people are gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, what is he? How did he know that he was gonna go through all of that, or how did he know all of that?" It's like, bro, I'm living in real time right now. Oh my goodness, hold up, I'm everywhere right now. But anyways, I picked up the blunt. I realized it was a blunt, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna smoke this. Cause I haven't smoked in like months, but then I went through so much, bro, and then I read the Bible again. I'm damn near almost done. Damn, I'm almost done with this Bible. This is the Life Recovery Bible. But bro, it's because you gotta level up, bro. You have to read the Bible. You have to realize what the Spirit is. This Spirit is real. The realest Spirit there is, bro. And I'm so grateful to finally be in a body now. To be who I am, to realize what I had to realize, to know that I had to just read the book as much as I read it and have as much faith in the thing that I know I had faith in. And then, you want to say you have faith in anything. How you going to have faith in anything and not even read anything about the thing that you have faith in? What is going on, bro? People swear by Jesus, swear by God, but don't even read the Bible, the thing that is about God. And then if y'all do read it, y'all barely read it. If you read it once, you should be like, damn, bro, I'm about to read this thing again. Whatever this thing is that said, oh, I'm going to do all of this and did it. And now he's known as the thing that did everything. And it doesn't even matter about all the stuff in the past. Okay? What matters is what's left. Okay? There might be things in the past that we rediscover that comes out, okay? And then we can look back at the thing in the past. But what we're dealing with right now in real time is the best player in the game, because that is right now who the best player in the game is. Okay? Everyone knows it's Jesus, okay? And with everyone knowing that, people need to realize this Spirit is still here, is still existing. Even if you didn't think that he was in a body, he can be in a body because he could be in a body. And what would make the difference of him going through life in a body back then compared to now? If he was able to go through what he went through back then, don't you think this would be a cakewalk for him to be in a body again? Oh my goodness. Especially in this time where everyone's so conveniently got what they want when they want, like they not in heaven, like they don't feel, damn, I did a little work for this money, but I got this thing come to my house, I got this thing, got that thing, I'm doing this thing. People think, oh, this ain't heaven. This is not me like living my life to the fullest. I know once I get out of here, I'm going to live to the fullest and not be in a body or think whatever I'm going to do, not knowing anything about the thing that I think I want to go, that I think I want to be in, because I didn't read the book about the thing that talked about the thing. Oh my goodness, bro. There's going to be so much people that watch this video, and it's so crazy that only very few people is going to watch it. And knowing that I'm in a body, bro, if people can be on this level, oh my goodness, bro. And this was just off a little hit. And just a love to express how much love I have for Jesus, okay? Because realizing that kind of love, and that's why that's the best kind of being to believe in, okay? The thing that is living with us. Can you imagine all the gods out here, but no one's like saying like they're the living God, like Jesus is saying he's a living God? And then realizing, okay, if there's other gods, then they can't be living here with us then. Okay? They must be in some other dimensions, but they're just not. And when I say other gods, I'm talking about other characters of the game. Okay? Other top players, okay? And even then, all of this is Jesus's doing, because of what he left. It doesn't need to be said in the Bible. This can be the Bible where I say what I need to say, because everyone wants to just see things. Nobody wants to read. Nobody wants to think about words. People want to see things, so they just want to see a video and that they can just attach themselves to this video where it's like I don't need to read a book. I'm just watching this video on repeat, learning like how is this thing in a body? How did this thing know it was going to be in a body? Or how did we not know that this thing was in a body while we were in a body? Knowing that this thing said, I'm the living God. I'm within you all. I'm inside of you all. People don't think, oh, what does he mean by inside us all? Does he mean that he's inside of us right now? Yeah, he's inside of us right now. So how much faith should we have in that? Well, as much as you can if you want to live forever. If you want to live forever, this player in the game is saying that I can live forever if I just have faith in him. How much faith do I have to have? I have to believe that he is who he says he is, that he came from where he came from, and that he was in a body and damn near might have to come back because he has to judge some people because he told everyone, yo, you all have me inside of you. You might not know it now, but you probably will one day, and everyone's going to realize everything about how much this thing was in everyone's body and said, yo, my name is, whatever name he said he was, let's say Jesus, okay? Because the word doesn't even matter because now we're talking about frequency. People say, oh, it's not that name. Somebody made up this other name. It's like, bro, we're all talking about the same thing because there's only one thing that said it was that thing. The one thing said, I'm the best player in the game. And if the best player in the game said, it's like the differences are not even comparable. So when everyone knows Jesus is the best player in the game, bro. He's the living God, bro. He's inside of a physical body living here with you. And if you don't want to realize that, now you will one day. And if you did see it and you are a witness to it, and then you go through the years realizing, damn, this guy was really in a body, and I seen him, I heard what he was saying, and I didn't believe him. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I can't believe I'm in heaven. I didn't know it was you. It did cross my mind, and I can't believe I didn't believe you. But now that we're here, I just want to say, my name is, and then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I didn't know you. I didn't know you. Like, you didn't want to know me. I didn't want to know you because you didn't want to know what it would be like to live in heaven with Jesus. You just wanted to be there, you know? It's wild, bro. Jesus is the best player in the game. If you want to be one of the best players in the game, you got to want big, okay? You got to realize if you want big, it's going to be big handed to you too, okay? You got to go through some stuff if you're going to want big, okay? If you want all the crazy, and then you think about, bro, we're talking about the best player in the game being the one that's manipulating reality, okay? And everything is going to end up being the fact that he is the best player in the game. No matter what anyone says, those were the words that were left. And people believe this and understand this because of just the words he left. And then realizing everyone is a part of him because he left the words that says everyone is inside of me, or I am inside of everyone. I love Jesus so much, bro. People don't even realize, bro. And I'm just trying to be me, and I'm trying to show you all why I am what I am before everyone realizes why I am what I am, before everyone realizes all the benefits of realizing why I am what I am and why you are what you are. You all are my angels, okay? You want to call it any other words, the best, broadest word we can use is angel, okay? Everyone potentially guides someone because of what you say. I'm over here talking to you all. I would hope that you realize that listening to my words is guiding you all. Okay, that's an angel. That's the bare minimum of understanding, okay? Being that everyone is an angel to me, I want you all to understand your words are very important. Being that your words are very important, make sure that you leave good words, especially, because you can't be like, oh, I left a bunch of bad words in the past, and y'all can go back and look to see that I left those bad words, but you all know me. So I'm good, right? You all know me, but you didn't know the bad words I said in the past. So it's like if I'm leaving good words, people are gonna be realize, yo, I've been a good person all my life. It's like look at all the good words that he left, and then how can you and then we're only talking about good, like we're talking about an expression good, but I'm talking about things about how important all of my words are. That's the good I'm talking about. When you say things that really mean something and have all the weight put on Jesus because you know how important Jesus is and you know how much faith you have in Jesus to know how to talk to Jesus, how to be with Jesus, how to live and go through what Jesus had to go through, because you realize even if it's not what he goes through, you have to go through something if you want to be with Jesus. If you want to live that life, how you going to be in a club with your boys, with your girls, and you don't even know how much this other person went through. You don't even know if this person can hang with you because when the pain started hitting, they leave and they running, okay? And these people, and you didn't know that. So you think Jesus is going to be like, yeah, I mean, I know you wouldn't want to do this for me, so, but I'm going to bring you in. You can join VIP. How you going to be in VIP? If you didn't go through if you didn't go through something, knowing that you was gonna handle your weight, right? Because even we're talking about handling weight. You know how much faith you got in Jesus. Jesus will handle the weight for you, but make it look like you get all the credit. Anyways, oh my goodness, bro. Oof. Boy, it's gonna be so funny when I gotta show people this, and then it's just a joke. Oh, we just laughing. Bro, who knows, bro? And then it's like, how it's gonna be. Oh my goodness, I can imagine different moments in time. Me bringing this video to people, like just having all different conversations. Yeah, you want to learn something about me? Here, watch this video. Wait, you only had 200 people, 200, 300 subscribers back then? Just a couple days ago, what? You only had that much subscribers? Oh, that's how much people you have now? Oh my goodness. It's like, yeah, I had to go back and tell everybody, yo, look at this video. Check all these subscribers I got. Yeah, can you believe I had that much back then and nobody watched the video? No, I can't believe that. Yeah, I was out here talking about, yo, this, that, and this. And I'm going to do this one day and that one day. And that brings me back to my point. Why you got to go through what you can go through, because you want to get the big stuff, okay? When you get in the big stuff, you get the big wishes, okay? Okay, I want to do this because I know Jesus can do anything. Okay, I know everything's in my favor when I put all my faith in Jesus. So I want to do all of this. I want to be able to fly one day. I want to be able to do all of this stuff. But of course, I want to give all the glory to God, give all the glory to Jesus Christ, because I need to be something that's going to live forever. Because I don't want to say I just did this thing and nobody remembers me. I just did this. I didn't really have faith in anything outside of this physical world because I just wanted to see this thing move. So I didn't really think about how important the spirits were around me, the ones that left the words that live forever, because there were so many people that did all this stuff, but they only people know of them of doing that stuff, but no one knows of them by the words that people left for them, about them. Then that would make you think that the spirits are guiding others by going through the things with others to leave the experience in words so that people can talk about that spirit in the future, and then realize that you're essentially capturing snapshots of all these different things that are real, that are possible, that happened. Even if they didn't happen, you're being guided to assume it happened in some manner, believe it happened in some mythological way, whatever you might think your mind thinks the word myth is, or some kind of like folklore or whatever, some kind of story, like it didn't come from somewhere, like these words don't have some kind of purpose, especially when they live long, especially when they exist until the end of time. So then you find the people that are speaking these good words that are going to last, not these short bursts of words, because you realize you're only listening to things that are short bursted and don't live long. And if they're not going to live long because people won't talk about them soon or after some time, then it's like you're being a part of the thing that people won't talk about in the future. So you want to be a part of the thing that talks about being everything in the future. Oh my goodness, like being forever, okay? Be a part of the thing that talks about being living forever. The living God, okay? The living God in a physical body, because we're all living, right? Oh my goodness, bro. And I'm talking about I gotta go back in time. I gotta be like, this is what I'm gonna say back then. I would have said it like this, or I should have just talked about this. And then I'm showing all these different people and different moments in time. And oh, so many people are going to know about me. And it's going to be like, bro, it's so funny that I just got to sit here and watch videos or like show y'all the videos to watch, because this is what y'all got to see before y'all even get to the level that I'm on. Because I'm trying to explain to y'all that I knew that this was going to happen. Oh my goodness, bro. And, that's why you leave those words. That's why the thing had to leave those words, okay? We're talking about God, bro. Being that Jesus is the thing that said that this is what God is. This is the expression of God. You all have God within you. You all can live forever, okay? And be so abstract about it and be like, you're going to live in this place in space, or and then it's like you have y'all minds to figure out what that heaven is, okay? It's gonna be love and light and angels and everything everywhere, right? But that's all abstract. It's like you have to use that to help you think about what that heaven would be, wanting to live in a world where you can do all of that forever. We're doing it right now, going back to the point about playing the game. We have all these games of people building these games. We play these games. We are in physical bodies living, playing these games about things that we have more interest in instead of living in the physical body. Or even knowing that we like living in the physical body because we can play these things, these games. Okay, so when you realize that we're creating games, God is creating games in everyone so that they can realize that they're creating things that are just small potentials to what's real, what's possible. Okay? So when everyone understands of all of what's possible, we create a game about all of what's possible. And then this being the game that we're playing, knowing that we're creating the game so that we can show ourselves that all of this is possible, but it's going to look like a game. And we're not going to realize that it's still real in some aspect until it happens. But then we wasted so much time realizing, damn, we could have actually been playing this game, realizing that we can really strive for everything when we know that this is a game and we got to find out who's the best player at this game, because that's what you would do in a physical game, right? If you were playing Hunger Games right now, you'd want to know who the best players are, because that's the place that we're living in right now, knowing that the best player is Jesus Christ. When you know this, you put all your faith in Jesus. If you want to put all your faith in Jesus, you want to read the Bible, you want to get to know what Jesus is, know how much faith you had to have in Jesus. Imagine me going up to y'all right now and being like, yo, did you know that I had to have this much faith? And then you're not even going to understand it. This is why I'm leaving videos recording, so that you can sit there, take your time and listen to these words so that you can understand that it took some time for me to get to this point. It's not just some short burst thing that you just become this thing that you always knew you were supposed to be. This is why it gets to the point where we're talking about having to go through things. This is why it's important for everyone to understand that you are going through things right now. So appreciate the fact that you're going through something, but not even, of course, in the way that you're glad you're going through it, but more so that that's how you become the best player in the game. You have to go through something. And because the best player in the game went through something, even said, yo, y'all don't even have to do too much. The best player in the game said, yo, y'all don't even have to do too much. Y'all just gotta believe in me. Y'all just gotta believe in me, okay? Y'all don't have to go through torture, okay? But y'all put yourselves through what y'all put yourselves through. If you feel like you can't handle it, you forget the best player in the game handled it. And he didn't even make you have to handle that too. He said, I'll do it for you. You just got to believe in me and you won't have to go through all that. But just know you got to go through something because I need you to be the best player in the game. I need you to try. If I'm going to live forever, I need to know if I'm Goku, okay? If I'm Goku and I want to fight the best players in the world, okay? And I don't even want to say fight, but if I want to kick it with the best players in the world, I'm going to kick it with the best players in the world. And if I know I'm the best player in the world and other people ain't going through what the best player in the world going through, how are we gonna kick it? How you gonna kick it with the best player in the world and y'all don't even want to train? Y'all don't even want to go in the hyperbolic time chamber. Okay? Y'all don't want to go in there. Y'all don't want to just focus, read, and understand everything about the best player in the game. That's ultimately gonna get y'all to the place y'all gotta be. Because when you know, I know the best player in the game, and you know, this is, you know, oh, yeah, people are gonna think, yo, you're the best player in the game, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, and then they're gonna be like, if they really, really good, they're gonna be like, but I know, but I know I'm not the best, but I know the best. You know the best player in the game? Yeah, I got his phone number. That's how you're gonna know, damn, this really is one of the best players in the game. Because they know the best player in the game. Okay? And that's where it's gonna get to that. It's so funny, bro. This is so funny. I'm talking to people in the past, talking to people right now that I know might watch this video and then realizing, damn, they're probably not gonna understand what this is. And then, damn, being in a whole nother place right now. Oh my goodness. And then when they finally be like, yo, what the heck? I seen that video. Yeah, I seen it when it came out. I was the seventh viewer. Yo, you were the seventh viewer? Dang. Did you like it? No, I didn't like it. What are you talking about? I thought he was crazy. What? You thought he was crazy? Girl, you crazy. And this was like so funny, bro. Oh my goodness. That is so wild, bro. This is why the best player in the game is the best player in the game, okay? Because he can do stuff like this and then plop himself wherever he wants to be. Because he's the best player in the game. He can go wherever you want to go. And then be like, this is the life that I've been living. I've been kicking it with y'all. Nobody really didn't want to get to know me. Nobody didn't really want to understand me. Nobody didn't want to really share anything about what I was doing. They just wanted to keep me a secret. They just wanted to be like, yo, I seen him when he was out. Yeah, I knew about him. Girl, why you didn't tell me? Girl, I didn't know he was crazy back then. Oh my goodness, bro. There's so many people. Oh my goodness, bro. And I'm just working at a gas station. Like, hey, how you doing? Have a good one. And then, you know, like let's say a year from now. Girl, you know I seen him at the gas station one time. Yo, that's so funny, bro. I went through some stuff, bro. And then, I was gonna bring that up because what I was saying was, it would be so funny if I wasn't recording this. Oh my goodness. Whew. Anyways, so yeah, damn, it went away. No, I didn't go away. Damn, bro. I'm just thinking of too much right now. It's so much. It's so funny because this thing that's inside of me, it was just like, I'm just like, and then I'm like, yo, what's up, you guys? What is up? I didn't know I was in the body, right? Yeah, of course I knew I was in the body. I didn't feel like talking. Oh my goodness. Didn't feel like talking. Just wanted to watch everybody treat me the way they wanted to treat me, so that I can see, damn, okay, you act like this. If someone like me or someone looked like me down here, and you didn't want to, you didn't want to act like, damn, what is that? What was that? Why did he say that? You know? Now you all thinking about all of what I said, what I left behind, and it's like, bro, I'm here. I know I gotta go wherever I gotta go, because that's how you do it. You set up everything, and then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna go right here. That's how you do it, right? And then now you're in a body. Now you're going through whatever you gotta go through so that people can show you who they are when you know who you are. And they're not gonna know who they are until they realize who they've met and didn't wanna see him for what he was, see him as he said he was, or have any kind of, like, I mean, if I met someone that was like, I'm Jesus, and if I met someone, oh my goodness, I mean, yeah, I usually be, that's the whole thing too, because I'm very compassionate, yo, and I know that people need to understand that they're right, but they have to understand, I mean, what this is, because there's levels and you have to go through a lot, and everyone will get to the point. It's almost like I think in a way that I know people will have to really understand why I am what I say I am. Because if I didn't think like this, I wouldn't. I know because I think like this, I know that I have to be who I say I am, because I know that I'm the only one that can keep all of this going because of how I think, because of who I am, because of why I have so much faith in what I have so much faith in. Because when you understand the words, how important the word is, and then realize that we're talking about multi-dimensional things, and then we're just down here trying to make sense of all these things that are coming out of our mouths in our own heads, and not really, putting too much strain in how important the most important words were that were ever said. So it's like you wanna put so much. Everyone wants to hear someone talk bad about them and then go at other people because they heard someone say so much things about them. But it's like you heard someone talk about the most important thing about them, about who they are. They said that they were the Son of God, and you didn't put too much, you know, attention to that more than you did about someone saying something bad about you. So then it's like you using words the wrong way. You're not focusing on the words that are most important, because the ones that are most important talk about how much you got to forgive others, how much you got to go through to be a part of the thing that is everything. There's levels to this, bro. And then this is going to be a part two. So I'm going to put a part one up first, and the part two is going to be on the second phone. But it's crazy, bro, because I would have never. It's almost like I got to the level where I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Because I had to go through a lot for me to get here. But I'm here now. And it's funny because I had to go through a lot. So, to all of you out there, it's time for me to go. Catch you later. I love you all. You all should understand that, I really want you all to live forever. And, who knows how long you got to live to realize that. And when you do realize it, hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully you can live forever with me. But you got to know that if you want to live forever, you got to be one of the best players in the game. You got to be like the best player in the game, which means you got to at least accept anything that comes in life, but have faith that it came for a reason to get you to become one of the best players in the game, because you know how important you become, how much more important life becomes when you realize you have so much to do, because you get to live with the best player in the game who said that he wants everyone to live forever. And this is the Neo of the game. So knowing that we can live forever so that we can live with him, so that we can also be living with God, everything is just gonna make sense, you know? So I love you all. I appreciate you all for listening. I thank you all for listening. I'm with you all right now, watching with you all. Okay, and the time will come where I get to actually show this to people. And they can be like, damn, you said all that back then? I'm like, yep, I said all of that back then. I said that back then. And then nobody listened because it was too much. It's a frequency. If you don't want to listen, you don't have to listen. But just know this is very important, that your words are very important. Just like how you put so much attention to the things other people say. Put that much attention into the things that I'm saying. People are gonna be like, damn, that stuff was real back then. But nobody listened to him. Nobody wanted to show anybody that was like him. Nobody wanted to believe anything like that, because that would mean that we have a lot of work to do. Yeah, you got a lot of work to do. If you want to live forever, just know there's a lot of work to do. If you want to be in heaven, imagine being in heaven and not being here to help clean up what you destroyed. Imagine that. Like, oh, the world's gonna end. I'll just go to heaven. I don't have to worry about all this stuff that I did to this world and all this stuff I did in this world. It's like, no, you should worry about all the stuff you do in this world, because you can't just think you're gonna go somewhere else and be like, oh, I did a lot of stuff in that world, but I won't do that stuff in this world. It's like, no, you're doing this stuff in both worlds. You don't realize how important it is to be in this world, in this body, in that body that you're in. You don't want to take care of that body just as much as everyone talks about how important the body is. But then you're gonna think, oh, I'm just gonna leave this body so that I can go into another body. Okay, you're gonna go into another body, then you gotta start over. And then how long is it gonna take for you to become one of the best players in the game? Who knows? Right? Which is why it's most important for you all to put y'all attention into the best player in the game, Jesus Christ, because that's the time we're living in right now. And it's going to forever be the time that we're living in, because all the stuff that happened in the past, that stuff didn't last too long, because the best player in the game is the last man standing, and that's the one that's still living, the only one that says that it's the living God. The only one that's eternal, the only one that lives forever, is here with y'all, talking to y'all, letting y'all know, yo, I'm here, just waiting. It's almost like oh, it's so funny. It's almost like I'm waiting for a ride to catch out of here. And you imagine, like, I'm over here, everyone's like, oh, the aliens are coming. And then people are going to be like, why are the aliens here? They're going to take this guy into space? What are you talking about? Yeah, he was calling his cab, girl. Are you kidding me? You telling me he's been on this planet for that long and it's this time now, and now he got to go with the aliens? But I thought they came for us. Yeah, they came for us, girl, but he called them. He was about to catch a ride out of here, because we didn't believe him. Like, wait a second, he was about to jump ship. Yeah, girl, but he stayed, and he just gonna be like, yeah, I was here with y'all, and he gonna do that forever. Girl, I was here with y'all, and nobody wanted to believe me, but I'm here now, and if you want to know anything more about me, go watch this video. It'll tell you a lot more. Like, oh, damn, I was one of those people. I wish I would have followed my heart or something like that back then. Anyways, that's just how it has to go. If that's the way the cookie crumbles, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Because no matter what I got to go through, All I know is Jesus Christ died for me so that I don't have to go through what he goes through, what he went through, because I know I can't handle that. But I'm going to at least be the best I can be and give all my grace, give all my love to Jesus, because I know he's going to help me get through this thing that he's getting through, that he can so easily get through because he's already got through it once. And I know that this is real comfortable compared to what it was back then. Oh my goodness. I'm over here burping. I think it's time to go. I love you all, yo. I gotta rewatch this video. Maybe I'll rewatch it when I'm not floating right now. But my goodness, it's gonna be crazy to be like, damn, I said all that. Yeah, you said it, bro. It's gonna be so crazy. All these different words. And I was rapping. I'm down here making music. Oh man, I tried to start my rap career. Nobody wanted to listen to me. What, girl? Nobody wanted to listen to him? Are you kidding me? This is all I listen to. It's like, yeah, nobody wanted to share his stuff. Nobody wanted to like his videos. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, the struggle bus. I was on that one too. Yeah, it's like that because that's how the best player did it. Got all of this stuff, created all of this stuff. It's in everyone and be like, yo, you create this, you create that, you create this, you create that. When I come in the body, I'm going to check all that stuff out and realize, damn, I created all of that and people remembered I created all of that. And oh my goodness, that's how much I know Jesus is in everyone, okay? I know that spirit, that thing that is over everything is in everyone. It's up to people to realize how much of it is in them. And when they deny it, of course, they go the wrong way, realizing that they got to go through what he went through or something, not even so much go through what he went through, but have to feel like they going through something on their own, not realizing that you just had to find a reason to not want to need to do it. Oh my goodness. Whew. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I could talk forever. I don't even know if I should. But anyways, what I'm saying is there's so much to say. I feel like I'm doing a disservice and not talking anymore. Let's let it go. Yeah. There's so many kinds of people, so many kinds of spirit, so many kinds of ways to communicate, so many kinds of energies floating around you. The more you understand yourself, the more you realize who you are inside, and the more you realize when something that isn't you is around, something that isn't you is making you be something that you know yourself not to be. Which is why it's so important to at least know someone that's known themselves, that knows themselves. When someone says that they are this thing, when no one else is saying that they're this thing, only one person says that they're this thing, and no one wants to believe in that person, but then realize, damn, everything I said, I meant when this person says what he means it too. And then it's like, oh, damn. So he was saying all this stuff back then. Yeah, and he meant it. Yep. So you're saying that I'm supposed to live my life saying what I mean so that others know that I mean what I say. Oh my goodness. So you're telling me this guy was saying everything he knew himself to be? Was saying what he meant he is, who he says he is? Yeah, he said all of that back then. Oh my goodness. So wait, what is this? Are we just using words to play this game? Find words or live a life to know the words that we need to say in this game so that we know that what we're saying is what we mean and has some kind of relationship to the thing that is creating everything, so that everything knows how much it is a part of this thing. It's wild, bro. There's a lot of stuff, okay? There's a lot of stuff. You got to go through stuff and you'll earn stuff because this game is meant for you all to be the best at, to become the best at. It's so crazy that it sounds like I could put this on my game that I'm making right now. And there's a whole nother layer to that because being that you're playing a game and then in the game you're playing, you're creating a game about the game you're playing. It's wild. So I can put this on my game and be like, yeah, this is the thing, you guys. This is only the squad for the best players in the game. If you want to be the best player in the game, you got to watch this video. You watch this video, you earn these things, you earn these credits. You do what you want with the credits in the game because now you got stuff in the game that you can use because you know the best player in the game made the game. So you can use these things so that you can outrank other players in the game because you know how important this game is because you want to be one of the best in the game. It's wild, bro. It's wild. Paradoxes and paradoxes, okay? I love you all, bro. I love you all. Be that, okay? And y'all need to raise y'all vibration of what love is because it's a very low vibrational here, you know? And people don't realize that you can get caught in this trap of this very low vibrational thinking. And it's almost like you gotta wait till you get older to realize how much low vibrations that lower thinking got you. And now you've wasted so much time in those low vibrations, you can't even take advantage of the time you have in the opportunity of bringing in higher frequencies inside of you where you have higher perspectives and use higher words, okay? Because at the end of the day, there's only a certain range of words we can use in this dimension anyway, but at least these are the words we can understand in this moment. So we can say what we mean and go through what we got to go through so that we can live to mean what we think, mean what we hear, understand in our hearts. Like, this is what I feel. I hope this is true. I'm going to do everything I can to do what has to be done for this thing that I feel I should follow happens. Anyways, I love you all. I could talk forever, bro. I have nobody to talk to. There's so many things, right? I probably have a bunch of people to talk to now, right? I'm over here. I probably got, I don't know. Hopefully, I can see myself having a bunch of phones or probably something that's just gonna hold everything because all this memory. Oh yeah, I already know about that. Anyways, all of this stuff with this memory stuff and you gotta have all this stuff, there's gonna be so much stuff where it's like, okay, I have enough time to do this and do that, now I can do this and that. Anyway, so there's a lot for me to do, and I'm so glad you all are on this journey with me. Hopefully you all can learn something from this video. Hopefully you all can find a way to realize how important that Rubik's Cube is. At least just hold it on you, have one on you, because that's going to be very important in the future. Because I'm making a game for the Rubik's Cube, and that's something that's really important to me. Being the player in the game that's the best player in the game, creating a game about the game we're playing so that everyone realizes how this game can be played so that you can make the most out of the game to become one of the best players. So it's wild like that. So it's wild, bro. Anyways, man, I don't know how much I could say, but I don't even know how much to say because I don't know how much. I guess I don't really need to talk too much, You all can understand. Hopefully, if you're at that level of understanding, if I can just talk like this and something snaps in someone's head and be like, damn, what, I can really listen to this person because it's making sense. And then it's like, damn, I didn't have to do much to make you think that I'm making sense. So you telling me I could talk more like this and allow this to come so that I don't sit here and try to like see if it'll make sense to people. Bro, I've been here, bro. I've been going through stuff with y'all and the people to the whole world right now, the people that are subscribed to my channel right now. I've went through some stuff with them. And basically, I was on their team and then I realized, damn, the team that I'm on has a very bad player. Thank you. The team that I'm on has a very bad player. I realized that. A couple of people realized it too, so they jumped ship. And I'm realizing, damn, this I can't really jump ship though, because there's a lot of people that follow this guy, and I don't want him to be leading them off a cliff. Okay? Even though he's led people off the cliff before. Rest in peace, Johnny. Okay? This is real stuff, bro. People are doing things to show this game that there's antichrist down here, people down here leading people off cliffs. And I was in a group with people in this little cult that believed that Jesus was dead, and God was dead, and that he was the dragon energy that was going to take care of the world. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, after 10 years, I'm thinking to myself, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way after 10 years this person is saying all these words and none of these words happened, none of these words occurred. But you have someone that's talking about all these words in a book 2,000 years ago, and they're still talking about this book 2,000 years ago. So then it's like, bro, why would I sit here and believe some old man? Nothing against old men, of course. I'm the oldest here. But why would I believe someone that said, "Oh, that guy that said all that stuff in 2,000 years, he did that for this and that, and I'm really gonna do the thing." It's like, bro, you're being clocked, okay? What? How long are you gonna say this stuff? Oh, you've said it for 10 years already, 11 years, whatever. Oh, and you still haven't done it? I mean, okay, well, someone said something in the past 2,000 years and they did it because we're still talking about it, but nobody's really talking about you. But you say you can do all this stuff, and nobody's seen you do anything like that. Oh, you tickled our brains. That's what we were all geeked up about. I was in a group where people in this cult was so geeked up about someone tickling their brain. Felt a little electricity in my brain. Oh my goodness, I'm going to follow this man with all my heart. And then it's like, bro, oh my goodness, it's been 10 years. He said he was going to be out of here. He said he was going to die. And then we're thinking like, yeah, he's going to die for me. Oh my goodness, he's trying to be Jesus. He's trying to take that role. How can he take the role of Jesus when Jesus is already who he says he is? You can't die for someone. Oh, you're going to die, and this was what we thought. Oh, he's going to die and he's going to take care of us. That's what we thought. This spirit was like, yo, I'm about to infiltrate this world right here and make them believe that I'm the one that's going to die for them. And then Jesus is like, hey, bro, I already did that. They believe that I'm going to die and take care of them. And then it's like, yeah, I know they believe that, but I'm going to make them not believe that. I'm going to make them see something totally different. And I'm like, yo, yeah, do your thing, bro. And I'm going to sit here and watch you. Oh, yeah, you're going to die? You're going to die? And you're going to take care of us? Okay, yeah, let's see. 10 years later, you sure you're going to die, bro? I don't know, man. This is some crazy stuff. You're going to do all this? You're going to become a dragon? Are you sure? Another year passes. You said a dragon, right? Oh my goodness. This is the cult I was in. It's so funny. It's so funny. And I can laugh about it because I'm the one, I'm the I'm the one like, you're number one. Yeah, I'm the one that did it. Can you fucking imagine, bro? I said, yo, I jumped in a body. I'm like, yo, I'm about to do all this stuff for y'all, man. Y'all don't gotta do too much. Y'all just gotta remember and believe. Believe me when I tell y'all. Because I'm gonna show you. And then I'll be back to show y'all that I knew what I was. And then someone says, hey, before you go in the body, let me confuse these people right quick. Let me stop them from believing you did what you did and that you're going to come back. And then I'm like, You sure you want to do that, man? Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. Okay, all right. There's a lot of punishment that comes with that because you can't just be like, yo, I'm going to make you forget that you are a part of him. You can't just say that and not have any consequences. And then it's like, yeah, I know. Okay, so what do you think one of your consequences will be? Shoot, I don't know, but all I know is I just want to die, and once I die, I'll think about that when I get out. And then I'm like, okay, but I can't really tell you when you're gonna die. And then he's gonna be like, okay, that's cool, but just make sure I do die, right? I'm like, yeah, you'll die, bro. Don't worry about it. So we go in a body. He goes in a body. I go in a body. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go check on him because he said he's gonna start turning people away from me. Let me go check on him. Let me make him feel like I'm one of the people that's gonna be tricked by him and not believe that Jesus is the thing that died for us. And I'm like, yo, show me what you're gonna do. You're gonna do all this for me. You're gonna die for me. Okay, I'm with you, man. We can do this. This is gonna work out. And then I'm like, you talking bad about me, and I'm like, you know what? You're right, man. You're absolutely right, man. I mean, yeah, that all of that makes sense. You're saying all these bad things about me, but you don't know that you're talking about me. You think you're talking about something that's not in a physical body. And then it's like, yeah, all this bad stuff. Oh my goodness. And then and then you say, oh, the thing that's me is two things, and it's this much negative. And look at all this torture going on in this world. God must be something terrible. And it's like, it's so much, bro. Anyways, bro. So then I'm like, yeah, you're right. 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 After 10, 11 years, it's like, all right, man, I'm tired of doing this, man. I know you're tired. I know you want to go. I know you want to die. I remember I promised you were going to die at some point, but I didn't know, when I was supposed to tell you, but you're going to have to see. And when you see, you're going to realize why you couldn't die when you wanted to die, because then you would not take accountability for what you were doing. And I told you that there was going to be a consequence, and you just don't remember that there's a consequence for not believing that there was going to be a consequence because of what you were doing, trying to change what I did and make it seem like you're better than this thing that I allowed you to be a part of, so that you can play your role as being a being that thinks that it's one of the best players in the game. But then you didn't realize that the best player in the game already left all of what it needed for everyone to realize is the best player in the game. That's why you only had the time you had, and the amount of people you had. But at least I got to be a part of those people so that you can understand who you are and what role you played in this, and how much love I have for you, because I sat there and let you talk bad about me in front of me, and then me not realizing, damn, this whole time you were talking about me, but I forgive you because it was better for me to not think you were talking about me than for me to listen to you talk bad about me, knowing that you wouldn't if you knew what I was, but you thought you knew what I was, so you talk bad about me. Oh my goodness, bro. It's levels to this, bro. It's levels. There's a lot of people claiming to be chosen ones. I'm telling y'all, be very, very strategic about who y'all listen to, because if they're not coming with this energy of God, Jesus Christ is God, and they put all their faith in that understanding that that's the best player in the game, if they start talking about how they want to gain all this stuff and go through all these things and not have to go through anything negative or any kind of pressure in this life, because they just want to have it all and not have to go through anything to have it, then those aren't the people that you want to listen to, because that's not how the game works. You want to be good at this game, you want to get what you would deserve, You want to play the rules, get what you got to get, or do what you got to do to get what you got to get. You got to realize the best player in the game had to go through some stuff to get to what he had to get to, for people to leave words behind about him, because that's what he wanted to get. Because when he came back, he wanted people to get that those words are still true today, and that he's going to live here with y'all so that you can get to know those words, so that you can understand how to play this game like one of the best players in the game. Okay? And you want to be a chosen one? Want to be MJ? You got to go through some stuff. You got to read the Bible. And if you're going through some stuff, that's what you got to go through. But just know, putting your faith in the best player in the game and knowing that he's going to take care of you when you put your faith in him, because you know you don't got to go through what you had to go through, what he had to go through. You got to give it to God and know that God's going to help you get through it. Knowing that, then you become the thing that's a part of the team, the group, the guardians that understand the fact that they're on the same team as the best player in the game. All right. All right. I'm talking to, a couple people right now. Okay. And nobody knows who I am outside of this video. Or I'm over here I'm talking about people don't even know in the past who I am. But when they know, in the moment that people watch this video, they're going to be like, damn, people didn't know you. People didn't want to. This video was out, bro. Why am I watching an old video? Yeah, bro, I tried to tell as many people as I could, bro. The only way to do it was online. And that don't really help, because people don't really share this type of stuff. And people don't really get to this level of sharing who they are inside, because they don't know who they are inside, because they didn't even want to learn about anything about the best player in the game who learned who they were, so much so that he had to leave so much for people to understand that forever. I love y'all, bro. You gotta have love to play this, bro. And you gotta know what love is, and you gotta know what kind of frequency that is. Y'all gotta raise your vibrations of what y'all realize love is. And when you realize that, then you enter these higher realms where you gotta start thinking differently, or you become someone that's accustomed to thinking the way you're supposed to, or however you want to say it. You're going to realize there's a lot to come with it. There's a lot of intuition, a lot of stuff you got to just follow, have faith in, and know that you're good when you have belief in God, Jesus Christ. Okay? Because this is simple stuff. We're playing games in a game about games that we can play in the game. All right, yo. That should be enough. It's funny because this is going to be a part 2, and it'll probably take a minute before I load this. Hopefully it don't take too long to load it up. I doubt it. Yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there, bro. Whatever. Anyways, I had to work a night shift. I had to work graveyard shifts. Yep, you already know that's the case. But so I'm probably going to go do some work, get back to working on this game, because I don't want to sit here and talk forever, because y'all could do other things, right? Except think about what it would be like to live in the game with the best player in the game. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. And it's not too much for me to say it. It's just for you to get you to realize what I'm saying, because people don't essentially put enough attention in things people are saying, because they don't really know what that thing is that's saying it. They don't even know what they are that they're saying anything, which is why they had to read the Bible. Anyways, bro, it's a while, bro. And then that's what it was. So now I can see like this, and it's all so funny that I can talk in this way, but even more so because of me going to jail for four months, and then now I'm working at a gas station. Now it's like I can, I know how I want to talk, bro. I know people might hear a soft, sweet voice in public. If you've heard anyone, if you've heard anyone talk about me, they'd be like, oh yeah, such a soft, sweet voice. And it's like, yo, dang, I only knew him as someone that talks like this. And it's like, yeah, he doesn't really talk much. He doesn't talk like that in public. Yeah, because what I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all in public, I'm Jesus. Hello, how you doing? Hopefully, this mask that I'm wearing gets you to like kind of. I try my best, kind of like think like, damn, that might be Jesus. I don't know. And then it's like, bro, I try my best, This is what I'm supposed to look like. This is what I feel like is the right thing to meet up. Not too much attention, not too much, attraction. Yeah, don't think that I'm all that now. I don't want y'all to have a lust for me. No, no, no. I just want y'all to like see something and be like, why does he look like that? Does he remind you of something? Girl, I don't know who he reminds me of. It would look crazy. And then it's like, oh wait, he tried to look like Jesus on purpose because he was Jesus. Yeah, oh damn, that's crazy. I wouldn't have never, and it's like, damn, girl, you on a really low level. You gotta think higher than that. You gotta, and it's crazy too, because if I'm saying girl a lot. I wonder why. Oh, I know, bro, like I don't really talk to women, Now I'm talking to females that just, and people say talking, I just mean I say hello, I'm not having conversations with females, bro. I'm on another level, bro. You think I'm gonna sit here and pretend to not be this thing? I'm gonna call a girl up and be like, yeah, girl, I'm not about to do that. And then people will be like, girl, yeah, he used to call me up, Mr. No, I don't do that, yo. I'm on another frequency, yo. I'm thinking about things that y'all not ready to think about. I'm over here trying to get to places y'all not ready to think about. Y'all not even ready to think about the places I'm trying to get to. And I know I can get to them. Y'all don't even want to realize. I can't even express to y'all what I'm thinking about. And beyond that, y'all want to think so small and think y'all time is short here, and somebody's gonna come and pick y'all up and take y'all somewhere else and not have to make you deal with what you've been dealing with, thinking that damn he was gonna come and rescue you if you would have knew what he was when he expressed himself as who he was. Like you gotta see something extravagant to know what he is. And it's like, bro, yeah, I was gonna I thought I was gonna end this video, bro. It's cool though. Anyways, bro, like I haven't talked in a long time, and it feels so good for me to express myself like this. Cause I was thinking a lot, and I couldn't talk at all in jail. Like if I wanted to, my regular expression is me going outside, talking to the sky, okay, and I couldn't do that in jail. And having to go in jail and then like cage that up. But it's all good though, because I know it was gonna come out one day. I knew I just had to know how to say the right words. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's all what we're trying to do. I'm not about to sit here and create a whole video. I'm gonna do something. I mean, I do everything I can do, but I'm saying, y'all want me to show y'all a graph about how I'm like, this makes me Jesus because this makes me Jesus, and this makes me Jesus because this makes me Jesus, and bro, it's like I made sure that it was just words. I just have to say the right words. This is the thing that I need to do to make sure that, especially when I say them, that I mean them, and then that what I'm saying is going to happen. And in order for me to know that what I'm saying is going to happen, is I have to put faith that Jesus is guiding me to say what I have to say so that it can happen. And knowing that kind of faith that you have in Jesus, because you know all the things that he said he did, and he has people talking about what he did since then, and nobody's doing anything to deny it. Or if people try, they realize, damn, there's too many people that believe it, so how can you even deny it? It's so much, bro. And that's crazy too, because it's so much junk online, bro. There's so much junk videos, people just having all these different things. And it's like, bro, at this point, I just want to learn about all the stuff that's related to Jesus, all the stuff that people, even if it's not related to Jesus, if somebody believes in Jesus, I want to know what they know about. You believe in Jesus a lot? Yeah, I believe in Jesus a lot. What you been doing? Oh, I've been studying the stars. I've been just, tell me what you learned about the stars. I know that this planet right here has some life on it. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, we can take it there. If you believe in Jesus, like you say you believe in Jesus, and I know you want to go to that place, let's go take it to that place. And we go to that place. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you brought me here. Yeah, girl, I would have never came here if you didn't want to come here. If you didn't take your time wanting to find what this place is to know. Oh, I'm sure that there's people out there that are, looking at certain planets to live on just to see, just to have that kind of experience. Yeah, yeah, I can go with you with that planet, especially the fact that you had that much attention on and you wanted to go with me to that planet. And we can talk and share more words about the experiences we have and had and going to have, because we know we can do things when it's that level of understanding how the best player in the game is the living best player in the game, okay? The one that can't die, the one that's making all of this what it is. And I'm telling you all, I'm going to live forever, okay? Which is why this is a part of this game. You either believe me or not. When you do, you realize the benefits of belief. And you realize, damn, look at all this stuff I can do because someone is guiding me to realize that I can live forever too. You know? Anyways, I can talk forever, bro. But I'm not going to. I have a lot of work to do. But I appreciate you all for listening. I love you all truly. I'm over here. Sometimes I want to talk about the people that I know about right now that could be watching this video. But at the end of the day, I know it's going to be so many people that watch this video. And it's just me clocking people that watch it and then be like, yeah, whatever. And then, okay, anybody else? Who else want to watch this video and think that it's not important while I make these videos and showing y'all, yo, look at all these videos I made trying to show you all how important it was of the things that I was saying. And now you realize that, damn, you should have believed me when you heard me say it, because now I got so many videos I got to watch because I realize what you're saying is what you know to be true. What you know is truth. What you know is why you are what you are. I love you all, bro. I appreciate you all for listening. I thank you all. Hopefully I'll put this on um I'll put this on a game, there's so much things I'm making right now, but there's a world that I'm making where the Rubik's Cube is really important. So anyways, y'all gonna be a part of it. Don't worry. I just need you all to understand how important it is to realize how important Jesus is and read the Bible so that there's going to be some kind of conversation and it's not just going to be me. Hopefully, I meet y'all out there and y'all quote Bible verses to me. I'm not going to sit here and remember Bible verses just so that I can tell you what it says in the Bible. No, you tell me what it says in the Bible. I'm going to tell you why you were supposed to read that. Why you had to understand that is something that you had to remind yourself of, because that's important for me to know that you know that, okay? At least, but even more so, just read the whole thing, bro. Because it's like, bro, we're talking about living forever, bro. That's what it talks about in the Bible. People think, oh, not in a physical body. What's wrong with these bodies? People don't even know where they come from, and they want to go somewhere else because they don't know how to take care of this body. Anyways, bro, yeah, I guess I'm gonna get to work. Yeah, it's 8:29. That's the time. I appreciate you all for listening. It's so good to be free, so good to be out, so good to be talking, so good to be myself, so good to know that I had to go through what I had to go through to get to this point. And I appreciate you all because you're listening, because you're trying to find yourselves too. And I'm not saying that your life's gonna change tomorrow, but if you follow this path, you're going to realize that everything you're going through is to make you a very important person. Okay? I appreciate you all. I love you all. I thank you all for listening. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you. Peace out.